All right, guys, welcome back. So we got Dan here. We got Roy replacing Matt because Matt's a little bit too Caucasian for us. I love you, Matt. Shout out.
I'm probably more, though.
Yeah, actually, in real life. But we are here for the DLC. Danny, man, what you got for us today, big dog?
This week's on Dan's Laughable Corners, we got the issue of hunting season ending and turkey hunting season coming too.
You said issue.
Yeah, it's a sad time when hunting season ends. It should be year round. That's a big issue.
How can someone talk about turkeys for so long?
Oh, there's a lot about turkeys. But yeah, so we had the fall/winter season was deer season for archery, rifle, muzzleloader, shotgun, depending on whatever state you're in. And then we have spring coming up, which is turkey season. We got I think
Spring is turkey season.
spring is the turkey season.
Fall is not turkey season.
No.
Spring is turkey season.
Why
Exact-
spring?
Why
They gotta,
spring?
prep it for.
I mean, we have spring. It's because during the fall and winter time, that's when the deer are in their prime of moving around their most active states due to like reproduction and all that stuff. It's a scientific thing that can't really talk about.
So turkeys get it in more during the springtime.
No, so with spring, now you have deer season ending, you have turkey coming too because they're migrating and all that stuff, and you're trying to get rid of the older turkeys to allow for newer turkeys to reproduce. It's very scientific, and but I don't do that because I'm trying to save population. I do it because I enjoy eating turkey, and
You're real. Because I'm real.
Yeah. So yeah, we have turkey season, and I mean, depending on the location you are in the United States, is a different habitat and a different environment.
Oh, so it's not turkey season everywhere. It's turkey season everywhere, but it's not turkey season everywhere. Some places a different season.
Yeah, I
different
mean,
animal season.
as far as date wise though, it'll be different. Like some places might have like coyote season or groundhog season, or there's usually a season for majority of animals.
When is rabbit season?
Wabbit
I
season.
have no clue.
Duck season.
Ducks. Wabbit season.
Oh, for real though, what is this?
I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, that's another thing where I think rabbits here in Illinois, they're not really considered a nuisance. So it's usually trapping and releasing, or you trap them and sell their fur. It's nothing like an actual season where you go out. They're like squirrel hunting. Like that's the only thing I could think of as far as Illinois wise. But
We have squirrel. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We have squirrel hunting.
yeah,
season?
there's squirrel hunting. Usually you take like a low, small caliber rifle or an air rifle, and you obviously don't want to
BB gun?
Yeah, I'm kind of like that.
You know what I thought he was gonna say? No, I thought it's like so you have to walk around with a pistol. And you have to. Dog.
That's what you do. You walk around in the woods and you just look up. You look into the trees.
That's
and then
wrong form, Justin. You don't
see
shoot
a
sideways.
Squirrel, then bang. But yeah. So with turkey season, obviously you can hunt with archery, which is bow and arrow.
Yeah.
That's another word for it. And then you also have shotgun, which you have your 12 gauge or your 20 gauge and your bird shot.
Are you using shotguns for anything outside of like big ass animals and birds?
Shotguns, I mean,
Are you using shotguns for birds?
and yeah, you use shotguns for clay pigeon shooting. You use shotguns
How's
for
a clay
duck.
pigeon?
Clay pigeon are those orange frisbees you see people shooting.
I thought of a clay.
I thought it was.
Thank you, G. Thank you.
They're like pull, and then they shoot the things flying through the sky and they blow
Okay.
up. But then yeah, there's pheasant hunting, dove hunting, duck hunting, geese hunting.
What's like the most uncommon ass animal season that you've heard of?
I mean, I don't know. Fishing, the fishing season. I
Gorilla
guess.
season.
My name's Dan, and I hunt everything.
Hopefully, I mean, I plan to get into it more now that I've my schedule.
Better not
is
go to
opening
African
up.
big game hunt, Dan. I'm gonna come get you.
No,
What you gonna hunt with that gun? Bitch, everything.
no. So actually, Illinois has it where you have to use a shotgun year round, depending on. So you can't use a rifle in Illinois for hunting. You have to use a shotgun with the deer slug. So it's a big, basically a bullet put
That
into a
makes sense,
shotgun
yeah,
shell.
Big thick
yeah.
ass bullets.
That
Mhm.
makes sense.
I guess they viewed a shotgun.
Spread shotty.
Like, yeah, well, harvesting a deer with a shotgun is more humane because it's instant kill
Mhm.
compared to like a rifle where you would have potential misses and it suffers, which I mean,
I'm thinking, you said the thick ass, I'm thinking like, you get a big dumbass, fake ass shotgun,
and it got this big dumbass fake ass bullet. You just pop them up like half his body blow up. Like that's not humane. That's not humane.
I mean, not to be graphic or anything, but I mean, you can make a deer sit down pretty quick. Like.
He said not to be humane, but I made that deer sit down real quick.
With turkey season coming up, though, we have, I mean, the hardest part of turkey season is location and calling. So you can't just go into the woods and like, here, turkey, turkey, turkey. Like, you actually have to practice and obtain the art and like the traditions of calling in turkeys, whether it be they have mouthpieces you put in.
Dan,
you already know what you got to do, Dan. You already got to do. You got the mouthpiece next. You got the mic.
Oh, I mean, I use the chalk slates, so it's literally a rock, and they use a wooden peg, and it makes it almost the same exact.
You got out of it this time.
But it's like
not next time, Dan.
there it is.
Yeah, and then it's actually a pretty big hobby because it's closely linked to duck hunting and geese hunting, which is one of the bigger birds hunts. I don't know that many people that hunt quail or doves. Like
quail's like a biblical bird. I feel like nobody
they actually look pretty cool. Like I probably wouldn't go quail hunting because they look like their feathers and stuff are colorful and they look like peacocks.
What if you just kill one and keep the feathers and then never hunt them again?
Well, I mean, the cardinal rule of hunting is you're supposed to hunt what you eat. So if I kill it, you have to eat it.
I mean, but like you don't have to keep killing them.
No, but
bro, it's so many things. Like this is so interesting.
I mean, this last
like
fall.
what if I throw a piece of old meat away? Pick it up.
You gotta eat.
Well, no,
shit.
because that's the thing is hunting is always has like this bad image in like the big media where it's like, oh, you're just trying to manslaughter like everything. It's like, no, like you hunt. Majority of people hunt for food because you get a deer, it's gonna last you. It's gonna give you that food for your family. And I know like Pennsylvania, the first day of hunting season, they actually give people the day off of work so that they can go into the woods.
Though I did know this one dude, he was from a wealthy family. I went to his house. He had like a room and like
a trophy room, yeah.
And he has so many buckheads, like
like
15,
mounts and stuff.
Like
I
minimum.
mean, but
Give me a ratio.
Obviously, that's
give me a ratio.
How many as far as like out of 100, how many people do you think are actually hunting for food? How many people do you think are hunting for sport? And how many people do you think are just killing shit?
Just make it up. I don't know.
Well, people hunting for food, I would say it was pushing 80s.
Really?
Yeah, that's
for sport or food?
Food for
Okay.
food. For sport, that's where you have like the big game hunting in Alaska or Canada, Africa, Europe or South
Don't
America.
go to Africa, Dan.
So sport hunting isn't as big as I'm thinking it is.
No, it's not. It's
okay.
I mean, I personally, being a hunter, don't understand why people need to kill a giraffe or a lion or whatever thing is. The only thing I can think of is, like I said, population control.
You know what makes me actually like think that sport hunting is more of a thing because I see all these dumbass like arcade games and shit.
I remember that.
Shoot
game,
this big ass deer for free. Pow! Oh, that was awesome. I'm gonna put a quote in it. They let you shoot that bitch for free.
Yeah, but another thing with trophy hunting though,
Trying to get you going.
with trophy hunting though, is like you hear a lot of bad news behind trophy hunting, but what people don't see is that a lot of like these outfitters that take these people out into the wilderness to go hunting, they have like charities and donations
What's the
set
outfitter?
up. Outfitter would be
My question was, what is the outfitters?
outfitters would be
Proceeds
like a
to
company
whisper.
that is specifically designed to accommodate your housing, your food, your navigation, your bringing in your guide. So
this is for like when you're trying to like hunt for like more than a day or something, or you're trying to camp.
yeah, I
or
mean,
what?
you can't. I mean, if you're gonna spend that money, usually it's like a week-long trip. Some people go for 2-week-long trips, or you'll be like, oh, you have a Thursday, Friday, Saturday hunt, so you would go there Thursday, unpack, get your cabin set up. First thing Friday, you'd go out. First thing Saturday, you'd go out, and then you'd hunt half a day Sunday and pack everything up and come home. Because hunting isn't as easy as just walking into the woods one day and seeing it. It actually takes a lot of
To be honest with
scouting.
you, I don't know how people enjoy hunting because it looks like y'all just sit in a tree for like a whole day to not kill something.
But you're not just picking a random tree in the woods and sitting in it. That's what's not shown by a lot of people.
I mean,
like,
I guess it's like the tracking. It's like the whole.
yeah, so like the tree that you're sitting in, you chose that tree because you believe through your research, your scouting, that there's a high chance of you being able to get
But you
something.
still just spent 8 hours in a tree.
So pretty much,
No,
but
8
no.
hours
What
was
I
8
feel like what
hours.
he's saying is, if your ass is in a tree for 8 hours and you don't kill some shit, that's your fault.
No,
Yeah.
but that happens though.
Yeah.
Like I know, I don't know a lot about hunting. I know a
This
little bit
last
about
season,
hunting.
I
ask
went
me.
probably 15 times.
How many times you kill something?
This season I didn't get anything.
Look at that.
But it was my first time hunting in Illinois.
I mean, but still, I mean, okay. The reason I'm not too big on hunting, not that other people can't hunt, is 2 reasons. I'm squeamish and I'm soft. Okay. Double S.
Well,
I don't like blood. I don't like guts.
yeah.
And then I'm soft. I
Now
feel
you got
bad,
guts.
and I feel bad about what
Well,
I just
that's-
killed. Not that I have
that's
any
the thing,
problem with
though,
it.
is-
I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, but like as a kid, like I was always subjected to not necessarily like the violence. I'm not going to go out here and just pull legs off animals and stuff, but it's
Ants,
when I was a kid, my dad engaged with me. He brought me along. He taught me things here and there. I got to see how it was supposed to be done.
Yeah.
And then you build on top of that. But as far as like the guts and everything, I mean that still gets to me. You have to.
When I was in Kenya, I did once slaughter a chicken because we had to eat it. You know, I was in my.
I feel like
uncle's
it's harder
farm.
to slaughter a chicken than a deer. Like,
Dude, a chicken, you can hold his body with your knee and like.
yeah, but that's like
So-
up close and
Then it's like-
personal. Like,
Yeah,
like,
it is.
you're feeling the life being taken out of that
that's
animal.
why I can't do hunting because that all of that goes in my head. Like
Mhm.
once I shot it, I know by the time I get to it, it's probably like. You know,
What am
like
I thinking
dying.
about?
But I think
what-
about all of that.
What am I thinking about? Where somebody like takes the legs of an animal, like you take it.
gonna
I
say
think
something stupid.
I don't know, Brittany.
gonna
I
say
might
something
be
stupid.
talking. I'm about to say something stupid. Brittany, it might have been you. Where you she was taking the legs of the cat, the hind legs of the cat, and just spreading them motherfuckers like hard as hell, like she was trying to break them motherfuckers off.
Is
Is this
that, like,
a TV
biology
show?
class? Like,
Are you talking
dissecting
about
something?
wishbones but confusing it with a real animal?
No, I'm talking about a real animal, Brittany.
I mean, you
I
have
saw-
to.
okay,
you,
anyway.
when you're
I told y'all it's gonna be
when you're
stupid.
field. When it's,
Breaking them
yeah,
motherfuckers.
cat legs. When
Like
you're
this kids are just breaking them bitches.
those are crazy people. They need to see it help. 'Cause,
Sociopaths.
Like the only time that for me, like when you're field dressing,
I know a lot of them.
when you're field dressing like an animal, you kind of have to do that in order to be able to extract like
I'm
the
legit.
organs
Like
and stuff.
I
No, yeah, you
I think I know too
literally
many people that do that.
you put your knees in between it so that it's wide, and then it's called you unzip it. You open up the chest cavity and then do whatever you have to do. And
What? So, I guess, and what things have you hunted
I've
and
hunted,
killed? Not just
hunted
gone
and
on,
killed.
on the
I've
stalk, but like actually killed.
hunted caribou.
Okay.
I've hunted deer.
Okay.
I've hunted turkey, black bear.
Damn,
and-
you killed a black bear.
You killed a bear?
Well, I hunted a black bear.
Oh, I was finna say if you killed a black bear, you really failed.
really?
I'm
I
giving
mean-
you
I ain't
so
fucking
much
with dead
respect.
no more.
I'm never gonna make fun of you.
No, I mean,
killed a black
it was
bear.
it's definitely a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I
That's dope.
missed it by about 2 seconds.
Oh,
Like
but-
the shot or
Yeah,
see it?
so I was waiting for it to have the right shot so I don't wound it and make it suffer, and I was checking the
Oh,
area
you're
behind
nice.
it.
You didn't want to hurt
I mean,
it.
it's when you take your
Just
hunter
kill it.
safety courses, that's the first thing they teach you. Your first object is don't put your finger on the trigger until you're ready to shoot. Take the safety off and check behind the animal so you're not killing multiples or shooting someone behind it. Damn. And like, those are just typical practices that you learn. You can't just have thousands, hundreds of thousands of people in the woods just
learn these
Rambo
things.
style.
Learn these things, Chicago. God. Thank you,
Stop
Dan.
Yeah,
Appreciate you, Roy. Thank you.
Always welcome to be on.
Dan, he got real points today.
Yeah, he almost killed a
You
black
almost
bear.
killed a bear.
I've killed more animals than this.
Nah,
than
but
bear.
you
But you ain't killed a black
yeah,
bear,
you killed a
Dan.
bear
You
though.
almost killed a black
Wait,
bear.
Actually, I'm 100% accurate with my shots.
Matt, we'll see you guys next.